Alola everyone, it's the Munch and welcome back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Welcome to Mount Lanakila once again. We stand here at the Alola Region's Pokemon League to take on one final title defense against none other than the Professor himself, the true champion of Alola and the first title defense we ever did. It is Professor Kukui. Of course, we won't actually see him until we take a seat on our throne, but for this final episode of not just the title defenses, but the entire Pokemon Sun and Moon playthrough, I have of course brought back the classic team, the ones that helped us get through the Alola Region's Trial Challenge and here to the Pokemon League in the first place, starting off with the Alolan Raichu, Puka, super awesome Pokemon. I actually never realized it had a special attack boosting nature. That's pretty awesome, but with a Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Nasty Plot, Psychic, and the Amulet Coin, always helping us get a little bit of extra cash. Of course, we had another Alolan form in this playthrough, and that was the Alolan Ninetales, my favorite Pokemon of pretty much the Alola region. I guess the entire Pokedex, I'd have to say. It was definitely the Ice and Fairy Ninetales with the Psyshock, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, and Ice Beam. I would have liked it to have the Snow Warning, of course. Would have been a little bit more powerful, but nonetheless, Kurama was awesome, and so was Sarah, the Como-O, super awesome Pokemon as well, the Dragon and Fighting type of the Alola region with the Sky Uppercut, Dragon Dance, newly acquired Giga Impact, and Dragon Claw. I think I normally have that False Swipe, but we don't really need that here in the final battle, so we got the Giga Impact. Now we have my starter Pokemon, Incineroar, El Tigre, the MVP, VIP, and overall best Pokemon of this playthrough, I think, aside from the Alola Ninetales. I've just loved using Incineroar, and I do not regret one bit having this Pokemon as my starter for Alola, but with the Outrage, Earthquake, Darkest, Lariat, and Flare Blitz, as well as that signature Z move, it is going to be really awesome against this final battle with Kukui. But of course, we got the return of Rhonda, the Kick-In Sarina here with a U-turn, Trop Kick, Rapid Spin, and High Jump Kick. Not really going to make much use of Rapid Spin, I think, but Trop Kick was a super awesome attack. Of course, a signature move throughout the playthrough, and it was really powerful, actually. Has a really high attack stat. But last but not least is the tank of the team, the Toxapex P-Hat, of course, Poison and Water type there. I guess his nature is the only one that doesn't really boost anything, but that's not too bad for him because he, of course, has really good defense and special defense, and that rounds out the Alolan team with the Lucky Egg there. Not really necessary right now because this is the final battle, but I guess we could still do Battle Tree in the future. But either way, guys, this is it. This is going to be the ending of at least the playthrough portion of Sun and Moon. There may be some bonus videos in the future, but as for the LP, this is going to be the final episode. So if you guys are excited for one final battle against the true champion of Alola, Professor Kukui himself, make sure to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this playthrough, and let's get to it. Without further ado, it is time to sit on the throne and check out our challenger, which is of course none other than the Professor himself. I don't really want to be the champion of the Pokemon League I made myself, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to take on the biggest and baddest trainer there is, right? That's right, after taking on every other title defense, I think we've proved that we might just be the best in Alola. So after all, I do love my research. Looks like he did research us. He knows we've beaten everybody, and it's time to take on one final challenge against Professor Kukui. Here we go, guys. I can't believe it because I guess it's been like 3 months now since Sun and Moon came out, and on Valentine's Day nonetheless. My Valentine's Day gift to you guys is Kukui's abs, I guess. I don't really know, but he is actually one of the only trainers with 6 Pokemon on his party, starting off with that Lycanroc. Not really the best matchup for Puka here, but we are actually a lot of levels ahead of Kukui here, so I don't think we'll really have too much trouble against him. So let's start off with a nice Volt Switch, get Puka out of here, because I do not want to take a Rock-type move to the face here. Let's see, I guess I could go out for a P-Hat with that Liquidation. Definitely going to be able to finish off the, I want to call it Loba, but Loba was actually the nickname of my own Lycanroc during the playthrough, but it's still cool that Kukui has got his own Lycanroc, given a bit of a shout out, I guess, to Loba, our own Lycanroc. Didn't make it to the final team, of course. I guess I did end up getting Sarah, the Como-O, but I don't regret it. I think Como-O was really awesome to use as well. And special shout out to Kazooie as well, the 2-Cannon. I don't think Kukui has that one, so we won't be able to get a little shout out to that one. But 2 awesome team members I had throughout the early part of the playthrough. And then I guess also I gotta give one last shout out to Decidueye, who I used in the post game as a kind of a secondary starter replacement to Rhonda, the Sarina. But I've got Sarina here for the final battle, and it looks like Kukui has brought his Snorlax in as the next Pokemon, so we're definitely switching on out of here. And it is time for the Como-O boys. the last team member I added on, I guess this Decidueye was technically post-game, so that would have been my latest team member, but wow, those Stealth Rocks are actually digging in. I kind of forgot he set those up, but speaking of setup, I could have gone for a Dragon Dance here, maybe try to set up on Kukui and sweep his team, but I feel like my Pokemon are definitely high enough level, like over his own level, that we should be able to take them out pretty easily. And it's kind of crazy because I usually feel like the underdog in Pokemon games, but for this final battle against Kukui, finally we're going to have a video where I'm not really struggling. Well, I say that, but then again, we don't know what's going to happen. He has a couple more Pokemon still left, but we're definitely over-leveled for once, is what I'm trying to say. I'm usually definitely like under-leveled and the underdog in just most Pokemon games, I guess, but not this time around. This time around, we've got the full power of the level 82 Thunderbolt, and Primarina's probably going to go down in one hit. Oh my gosh, actually tanking it up. Okay then, I was not really expecting that. I think Raichu can more than handle this Moonblast though, and nice. Alright Kukui, you got any, what's it called, full restores for me? Oh, I guess not today. Alright, we'll finish off Primarina with a Volt Switch. Not really sure that we needed it, but, you know, it's fun to use different moves, I guess, and Volt Switch has a really cool animation, so I always like to use that attack, but anyway, P-Hat, I guess, is going to gain a level off of all this, and El Tigre probably did too, considering he was, like, right about to level up before we started this battle. So I guess 83 is going to be my last highest leveled Pokemon for the playthrough portion. I keep calling it that, but I'm not sure if that's really the right way to say it. What I'm trying to say is, if I do end up doing some Battle Tree and Wi-Fi battles, that's kind of extra content on top of the main stuff you can do during the game and the post game, I guess, which is pretty much, this is the end of all of it. I guess the Battle Tree is kind of part of it. Anyway, before I keep confusing myself, let's take on this Braviary with a nice Ice Beam. I actually do have the Z move as well. On Kurama, I think I've got the Sub-Zero Slammer, which is the Ice-type Z move, but I guess Ice Beam is more than able to do the job here. Get it done with a critical hit too. Braviary's gonna go down. The USA bird, Merca, has gone down, and Magnezone is gonna be his next Pokemon. I actually don't really know what to handle this with, but thankfully I did teach Earthquake over to Incineroar, or El Tigre here, so I guess that's going to be pretty good. I know this thing has Sturdy though, so I guess that's going to be a little bit annoying, but we could always Flare Blitz and then Earthquake. Oh my gosh, how do I keep forgetting about the Stealth Rods? They're actually hurting quite a lot against Kukui here, but not really that big of a problem, at least unless this Magnezone has some kind of surprise for us. I don't think it's got anything though to take out a big bad Incineroar here, so come on, hit us with your best shot. Oh, another critical hit. I love the Pokemon Refresh, by the way. That's been like the true MVP of this playthrough. Aside from Incineroar himself, Pokemon Refresh, I gotta say, was the MVP. Like, in a lot of situations, it came in clutch earlier on. I guess nowadays we're just super OP with our super high-level Pokemon. I mean, I'm 83 here, I guess. Pretty much as high as it can get, aside from hitting 100, of course. But man, it takes a while to hit level 100 in this game. But of course, I'm going to be trying to do that, at least with some of the Pokemon here, eventually. Either way, Magnezone does go down finally, and that means there's one more Pokemon left on Kukui's team. What could it actually be? Oh my gosh! Of course, he's got the Alolan Ninetales of his own! And, oh man, I'm actually not sure on who to bring out against it here, because I guess Incineroar is paralyzed, but El Tigre, I think you can do it. I think you can break through it and hit him with the most powerful attack, which is not actually going to be very powerful, but I want to go for it anyway. Oh gosh, here's the Dazzling Gleam. Can we live it? Yes, we are living. Please, no paralysis. Oh boy, here we go, guys. We got to finish it off strong. We got to finish it off with the Z move. And what better Z move to finish it off than El Tigre's own signature? The one that we use probably most throughout this playthrough, but that's only because it's probably my favorite Z move here. Bring out the Wrestling Ring, because it is time for El Tigre's final smash. Up we go, and down goes the Alolan Ninetales. Oh my goodness, it's not even very effective, but in this case, it's as effective as it needed to be. Takes it down, no problem, and down goes Professor Kukui once again, taking off the glasses, and I couldn't win even though I went all out, but what a refreshing feeling. Whoa! Whoa, indeed, Kukui, going down with style, I guess. Whoa! Well, I always knew it would be a crushing defeat I'm still glad I got to battle you, champ, and I'm as thankful as I could be that I met you and your Pokemon. And I am very thankful for all of you watching this playthrough, but all good things must come to an end eventually, and I knew that our time with Sun and Moon would eventually be over, so let's give one final shout out to all of our awesome team members: Puka, the Alolan Raichu, Kurama, the Alolan Ninetales, the double Alola combo there. Of course, you got Komo-o or Sarah there, Incineroar, El Tigre, VIP, MVP, whatever we want to say, Rhonda, the Sarina, and last but certainly not least, we got Pihat, the Toxapex. So that is going to be it, guys, for Pokemon Sun and Moon. We've completed the Pokemon League about 10, maybe 11 times now, taking on all the title defenses possible and pretty much done everything else in the game. Caught all the Ultra Beasts and Legendaries, so definitely check out the playlist if you haven't checked out all of those videos already. But this has been without a doubt my favorite Pokemon game and my favorite to play through here on YouTube, just because it was so different in a way that I'd never really thought Pokemon could do it. So it's been super exciting to go through and see you guys come through, and really feeling like I'm going on this journey with you guys watching along has been really awesome. So thank you all so much for watching once again. That is going to be it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned because there will be many more Sun and Moon and other Pokemon videos coming your way here on the Munching Orange channel. So thank you for watching once again, and I will see you all next time.